Hi, thanks for stopping by today. Today is August 25th, 2026. Got a few slides on the calendar invite server. The calendar invite server sits on top of your AWS SES account, simple email service account. It is in a CloudFormation template. Today I'm just going to review a few slides to kind of get you warmed up to the workflow. So here in step one, what you would do is you would share your create command. That create command is create@yourdomain.com. And what that does for all your customers downstream from the calendar invite server that want to use your calendar invite server service on AWS is they will fill in a create@yourdomain.com set up in your SES account. It's just a simple mailbox. We do this with our CloudFormation template. In step one, the workflow would be somebody like myself here, Greg, downstream, fills out the automation sequence of Phillies versus San Francisco Giants. I actually did this in a batch mode. I'm not going to go into it here, but I uploaded the Major League Baseball calendar to my Google account, and I sent these in an automated fashion to create@calendarsnack.com. And what happened, in this scenario is what these individual calendar events go to is a processing email. That email box, create@calendarsnack.com, hits the gateway itself. We use a Lambda or two, and that secret sauce is happening in the background here. We ETL it into the SES bucket, and then we store it in DynamoDB. And then upon recall, we send it back out via the calendar invite server API gateway here. And so what cements this inbound workflow is right here. I just walked you through it. Go through an ETL, we store it, and then it's available for retrieval. Now, in this case here, the retrieval routine here in step 2 to step 3 is the calendar invite server dashboard. So when you purchase the calendar invite server, you get a dashboard, and that dashboard allows the organizers downstream, someone like Greg over here, sends the events in, they process in serial fashion, and then the database itself has these APIs down here that do GET requests to pull in the event information stored in the Dynamo database on the behalf of this organizer, and they're visualized here in the GUI. So this individual GUI here, the calendar invite server dashboard I'm showing you, allows you to determine how you want to use the embedded options for taking the calendar invite itself and embedding it into an email campaign like MailChimp, embedding it into a landing page, or sending it out in a VIP batch mode, which is essentially picking out one of these events here in the display engine and then walking through the sequence of setting up a file that matches to this game and then sending out a blast, a VIP blast, say at 500 to 1,000 or a couple thousand. We've done up to 10,000 for sure for customers of a single calendar invite to a registered list. So that's a quick pitch there. And you'll see that this here is the calendar invite server dashboard. In this display here, this is actually a generated post ready to go calibrated landing page. And this landing page itself is actually a schedule page. So the 2,500 events got processed in the inbound calendar invite server processor itself are now materialized in the schedule. And the schedule, someone like Greg, the organizer, shares it with somebody downstream. They put their email address in, they click a game here, send invite. So name up here, they scroll through, they pick out the games, they click one button, they get a calendar invitation. That calendar invitation was sent by our outbound calendar invite processor. It's using the same data that's down here and using the same data that was in this bucket here, processed through this pipeline in the DynamoDB. So when you materialize these pages, they are ready to go for customers, for them to, again, put their email address in, click a button, and when someone clicks a button, it ignites this single calendar invitation send API, and it pulls that calendar invite for the calendar invite data for that particular game. It reassembles it with the AWS SES raw with our special sauce lambdas and packages on the fly a calendar invite, which is sent out. So if you walk through this 1, 2, 3 sequence, you share it with somebody, they put their email address in, click send a calendar invite, we go out to the gateway itself, we recreate the calendar invitation using extract load transform, and we then submit a calendar invite to the processor itself. It does its magic and sends it out to the customer. Now the customer then determines what status they want to be in a yes/no fashion on their calendar invitation itself. And then we collect that data here in the calendar invite reporting engine right here. This is all done through our REST APIs down here that display the information not only for the schedules, but also use a special sauce single calendar invite send. Each of these calendar invites that are sent, we are requesting the participant actually in them, so they're fully qualified calendar invitations, and we track the yes, no, maybe here in the pipeline. And that completes the demo review for August 25th. Thanks.